Welcome to $1 IAS. $1, one dream. IAS.
Hello everyone. So welcome to $1 IAS. Here I will teach you GS classes. Of course, free of cost. I will not charge a single penny, a single money for you. So this is going to be your second class and this is your polity second class. So this class is important from mains point of view. This class is important from mains point of view. So what you need to do in this class, okay. Now let me answer. Sorry, let me write. So let me write. What you need to do in this class. Okay, first thing. Okay, first. First, you need to write everything. Write everything. Write everything. Whatever I am saying, you need to write everything. Second, you have to bring constitution in my class. Bring constitution. Bring constitution. Okay. So that you can read the constitution in everyday class. Okay. You need to write everything. You have to bring constitution in my class. Okay. And ask question. So how will you ask question? How will you ask question in this class? In the comment section. And I will reply to each and every question on everyday basis. Okay. Now the fourth one, do not. Okay. Do not judge. Do not judge your preparation. Do not judge your preparation. Suppose there is Bhaiya and Didi and they will ask, okay, you are doing preparation for UPSC now, tell me this, about this. So don't judge your preparation. First, do your class wholeheartedly. Okay. Then, okay. So write everything. Word, do not judge your preparation. Fifth one, read newspaper. Read newspaper on everyday basis. Read newspaper on everyday basis. Sixth one, finish NCERT. Finish NCERT. Okay. Generally, it is recommended that you need to do from class 6 to 12. Like in any coaching institute, if you go, they will tell, finish NCERT from class 6 to 12. I will say, if not from class 6 to 12, at least from class 9th to 12. At least from class 9th to 12. Okay. And this is what you need to do. Okay. Write everything, bring constitution, whatever I am saying, write everything, bring constitution, ask question, do not judge your preparation on everyday basis, read newspaper, finish NCERT. Okay, finish NCERT class. And in this class, I will tell you, okay, I will make you master of defining words. What does this mean? Like what I am going to teach you. I am going to teach you polity. So my question is, what is polity? There is a difference between, like you are reading political science. It's not politics. So what is the difference between polity and political science? So your first question of the day, that I will discuss the last of the class, or I will discuss tomorrow. So first question, what is polity? And why do we need polity? Why do we need polity? Why do we need polity? Because you are the student of political science. You are reading polity as a GS paper. So, and many of you are also having polity as your mains paper. So, you must be aware of what is polity. Okay, this is the first question which I will discuss tomorrow. Second question, what is politics then? What is politics? Why do we need politics? Why do we need politics? Why do we need politics? Okay. So what did I say? You have to become master of defining words. Okay. You have to become master of defining words. Okay. Now you have seen that in yesterday class I asked you about constitution. What is constitution? Why do we need constitution? What is constitution and why do we need constitution? What is the main purpose of constitution? Okay. Now during COVID time, you might have seen about lockdown. So what is lockdown? What is lockdown? What is lockdown? Lockdown means prohibition. Lockdown means prohibition. Prohibition from what? Prohibition of not gathering. Prohibition of not following COVID protocols. So these were the prohibition. Prohibition means lockdown means prohibition. So you understood what you need to do. You have to become master of defining words. Like during COVID time, you have seen, there was your government regulation, rule and regulation. So it was signed by whom? Suppose if you are in Delhi, then that government rule, COVID protocol was signed by whom? It was signed by not Arvind Kejriwal. It was signed by Cabinet Secretary. Cabinet Secretary. In case when you are in Delhi, okay. And in your case, it was not signed by the Chief Minister. It was signed by the DEM. So a DEM will become the Cabinet Secretary by promotion. Okay. A DEM will become Cabinet Secretary, and it is the highest position. And every civil servant is of dream to become a Cabinet Secretary. If you are becoming an IAS at an age of 22, 23, then there is a higher chance that you can become Cabinet Secretary. Okay. So in yesterday class, I asked what is constitution and what is the function of constitution. And you have seen that there were many different answers that was coming. Okay. So I came to the conclusion that constitution provides limited government. Okay. Then what is government? Of course, second question. What is government? What is government? This is what you need to search. Government, polity, politics. These are the three questions. More questions will come. And in next class, yesterday class, or at the last, I will discuss it. Okay. Achha, why we are teaching everything, like I am teaching everything and our team is teaching everything free of cost? Because recently I watched a movie. Its name was 12th Fail. Must watch. It's a nice movie. So the student was struggling. I like the movie. Okay. So we also decided to teach. Okay. We will start, हमारा वीडियो भी जो है कि बहुत जल्दी आ जाएगा frequently. Okay. GS classes at least 2 to 3 classes per day. I am trying. Okay. Our team is trying. And one optional also. Sociology, then anthropology. We will provide everything free of cost. And you need not to go anywhere. No. Not a single place. Just focus whatever I am saying. Okay. So government. Government consists of three things. Legislative, executive, and judiciary. What is legislative? Legislative are your representative. Executive are making law, implementing law. Okay, making law. And what judiciary is doing? It is correcting, making correction. Okay, correction. So legislative is your representation, representative, and executive is making law, okay, implementing law. IS officer, you will be the part of the government. So what is the function of an IS officer? IS is basically implementing officer. Implementing officer. Okay. Now every day you have to visit 2 websites. What are those 2 websites? Are your first website is your first website is India.gov.in and your second website is USA.com. Okay, because you can understand what is the development that is going on. Okay. So judiciary does correction. Okay. So how? So for this correction, judiciary is given an special power of judicial review. Okay. So why judiciary has given the special power of judicial review? Why? Because in India, constitution came first. What is first? Constitution. So if constitution came first, then there must be a guardian of the constitution. And who will be the constitution guardian? It is not legislative. Why not legislative? Because they are not what? They are not very well trained in constitution. Okay. They are representing you as you. Yatha Raja, Tatha Praja. पहले होता था. अब Yatha Praja, Tatha Raja after democracy. जैसे आप वैसे आपका king. Okay. As you, so as your king. Okay. So they are not well versed in their subject. Subject expert नहीं होते. That is why who is the subject expert of the constitution? They are lawyers. Lawyers are the subject expert of the constitution law. And they are given the power of the judicial review. So why judicial review is there? Because in India, constitution came first. So constitution should be given priority. अगर एक order आता है कहीं का भी तो कहीं मंत्री को कुछ भी हो, they have to follow. Okay. So like you have seen, the famous example is Keshav Nand versus State of Kerala. And in that, Supreme Court said in 1973, there is a basic structure of constitution. Basic structure of constitution. You cannot violate this. You can do anything. You can do implementation as you want. As per me, you can do implementation, but while considering the basic structure of constitution. Now here comes the question. What is basic structure of constitution? And who will interpret? Like many a time you have seen that basic structure, Supreme Court is over exercising its power by telling that this is basic structure. So who has given the power to interpret the constitution? It is Supreme Court. High Court also. Means basically lawyers, group of lawyers, Supreme Court or High Court. They have given the power for the interpretation of the constitution. And why they are given the power to interpret the constitution? Because they are subject matter expert. What they are? They are subject matter expert. So they are subject matter expert. That is why they are given the power of interpreting the constitution. Okay. This is the reason. Okay. So government consists of legislative, executive and judicial. And constitutional government means limited government. Okay, so what did I say? Ki limited government. So how constitution is limiting the government? By separating the power and by dividing the power. By separating the power and by dividing the power. Separation of power. Separation of power. What is separation of power? When the power is divided between executive, legislative, and judiciary. It is called separation of power. By the way, you can have executive, you can have legislative, but judiciary is one. Okay? And in division of power, not in separation of power. So power is separated between executive, legislative, and judiciary. Okay? Now, the second thing is division of power. Okay. Division of power. What is division of power? When the power is divided between center and state. It gave rise to federal structure. And is federal structure the part of the basic structure of the constitution as per the Supreme Court? Yeah, it is. Okay, federal structure. Now, federal structure. Now, state further divided its power to municipal committee and panchayat. Municipal committee and panchayat, federal structure. Okay. So, let me tell you, suppose if you are not reading NCERT, then also, if you are following the class, I am guaranteeing you all questions will be from my notes and you need not to refer any current affair, not any current, any NCERT. Okay, and current development, I will include all current development that is going on related to polity, economy, geography, everything I will include. Okay, so what did I say? Federal structure and municipal. So when I am saying the power is divided between center and state. Okay, power is divided between center and state. Okay, so center and state, legislative power is divided. Center and state, executive power is divided. But judiciary is one. Judiciary is one. One judiciary. Yeah. अगर हाई कोर्ट ऑफ कर्नाटका ने कोई डिसीजन दे दिया तो वो पूरे कंट्री की टेरिटरी में मान्य है. ओके, इट इज वैलिड फॉर होल इंडिया. ओके, ऑल द बाउंड्रीज आर अंडर द. सो अगर मणिपुर हाई कोर्ट भी कोई डिसीजन दे रहा, फर्दर इट कैन बी चैलेंज इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट. एंड जुडिशरी आई विल डील इन डिटेल, बट जस्ट टू टेल यू वी हैव वन जुडिशरी. Okay? No. So if you look for French Revolution, in France, there was a King Louis. Okay? King France make Raja tha. There was a King Louis 14 या 15 शायद 14 था, Louis 14. Okay, and he ruled for approx 72 years. How many years? 72 years. So this was the period of what you can say complete absolutism. Complete absolutism. Complete absolutism. Okay, he is the state. He used to say even, yeah, I am the state. Okay? ये सब पूछेगा नहीं. I am just telling you a story. He used to say, I am the state. मैं ही state हूँ. Okay? So do not have this attitude after becoming IAS officer. Okay? Okay. So I told you about legislative and executive. So what is legislative and what is executive? Okay. So in India, legislative से ही जो है कि आपके एग्जीक्यूटिव आते हैं. लेजिस्लेटिव से ही आपके एग्जीक्यूटिव आते हैं. हाउ? What is executive? Legislative, your representation. Like Rahul Gandhi is your representative. Okay? Rahul Gandhi is legislative. But Modi ji is your executive. Got my point? In Rajasthan, Congress is executive and BJP is legislative. So what is the work of legislative? They are your representative. They represent the minority. Okay? जो जीत गया वो तो majority में है, जो नहीं जीत पाया वो minority में. Okay? But it's not always the case. But I'm saying कि बहुत सारे वोट नहीं करने का अलग अलग कंडीशन है. But I'm saying they work as legislative, work as pressure group. They work as pressure group. जो डिबेट डिस्कशन होता है वो किसकी वजह से होता है? लेजिस्लेटिव की वजह से होता है. दे वर्क एज अ प्रेशर ग्रुप. ओके, कहीं भी कुछ गलत हुआ, कुछ ये हुआ, लेजिस्लेटिव बिल से कोई लॉ है, लेजिस्लेटिव बिल क्वेश्चन. तो ये जो है आपका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इन्वायरमेंट ये बना रहता है डिबेट्स एंड डिस्कशन से. सो दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर डिबेट्स एंड डिस्कशन. हु? Legislative. Debates and discussions. And debates and discussions are very important for very important for democracy. अगर डिबेट्स एंड डिस्कशन नहीं है तो हम कह सकते हैं यहाँ पे डेमोक्रेसी नहीं, कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं कर रहा. अगर कोई एक लॉ 100% then it means नो डेमोक्रेसी. डेमोक्रेसी कैसे? कोई भी चीज़ 100% हो ही नहीं सकता. कोई लॉ, कोई भी चीज़ आ रहा है, इट कैन नॉट बी 100%. 90% हो सकता है. एंड इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पॉपुलेशन. ओके, कोई भी चीज़ 100% नहीं हो सकता. कोई भी आप इशू. अभी लाइक देयर इज एन इशू गोइंग ऑन इजराइल एंड फलस्तीन. ओके, इजराइल एंड पैलेस्टाइन. So some are supporting Israel, some are supporting Palestine. So nothing can be 100%. Okay. If it is 100%, then there is a absolutism. Okay. And absolutism means not democracy. Okay. But in case of USA, what you will find there that there is a watertight separation between legislative and executive. By the way, I will deal in detail. So watertight separation में मतलब यहाँ पे क्या है? Your executive. Out of your legislative, there is council of minister, and council of minister are your executive. Okay. But in case of USA, there you select president of India, and president of India will select the executive. It can be a law professor, it can be anyone. उस पर डिपेंड. So in USA there is a watertight separation, but in India there is not a watertight separation. Okay. Your legislative will be your executive. It depends from time to time. कभी legislative executive होता है, कभी नहीं होता है. ठीक है? Okay. Now what did I say? Judiciary checks. So judiciary checks through judicial review. Okay, like we have seen in Keshavananda Bharati case. कोई भी केस जब जुडिशरी के पास जाता है, then judiciary will check कि whether it comes under judicial review or not. Now there is one another word that is known as judicial activism. Judicial activism. Judicial activism. This is our use. ठीक है? Judicial activism. What is judicial activism? Let me give you an example. Like judiciary is telling you again and again to make a law on a subject, but government keeps on ignoring it. Then what judiciary will come? Judiciary will come and play the role of executive. It is known as judicial activism. Okay. So do we have any example? Yeah, we have. In case of Vishakha guidelines. What is your homework? This is your homework too. You have to read Vishaka guidelines. Next class we will discuss all these things. Okay. Vishaka guidelines. What Supreme Court was telling judiciary, executive, parliament again and again to make law. Judiciary was saying, there is a law regarding rapes, okay, molestation, but there is no separate law for workplace harassment. Okay, workplace harassment. So make a law. But government keeps on ignoring. Then judiciary came with this, that is known as Vishaka guidelines. उसी के बाद there was a formation of Internal Complaint Commission, ICC. Okay, ICC cricket tournament थी, ICC. ठीक है. So this is known as your Vishaka guidelines. So here judiciary plays an important role. There was judicial activism, Vishaka guidelines. Okay. Now, so we have seen judicial activism, what is judicial review, okay, and what is how legislative, executive and judiciary is playing their role, okay, without interfering into other domain. Okay, हर किसी के पास अपना अपना काम है, कोई भी जो है एक दूसरे के काम में interfere नहीं करता. क्या तक हमने सुना? So we can say that legislative, it is legislative. उसी के अंदर है executive. Means our executive is coming out of the legislative. Okay. Got my point? Okay. And we have seen this separation of power, okay, is very important. Okay, that power separated and power concentration. Okay, power concentration को सुप्रीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने हमेशा गलत कहा है. एब्सोल्यूटिज्म कहीं नहीं है, हमेशा पावर को सेपरेट करने की बात कही. ओके, तो इन यस्टरडे क्लास when I was telling, I told you that the power was taken from the hands of DM. Okay, and there is a creation of judicial magistrate. Okay, so using what article it was done? So it was done using Article 50. So what is here in Article 50? So what did I say? Read Constitution. So I have Article 50. Article 50 is saying that the state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state. So Article 50 is saying that state shall take action to separate judiciary from executive. भाई judiciary का अपना काम है and executive का अपना काम है, कहीं कहीं पास दोनों एक जगह जाकर के मिल जाता है. So whose responsibility it is? It is the responsibility of state. Using what article? Using Article 50. So this is your homework 2. ये भी आपका होमवर्क है, Article 50 को पढ़ना. Okay, by the way, I have read the Article 50. Okay, चलो, ये Article 50. Okay, this what we have seen. What is separation of power? What is division of power? Okay, we have seen everything. Okay, we can also say that vertical distribution of power, that is from center, between center and state. Okay, so there is vertical division of power. Vertical distribution of power. Vertical distribution of power. Okay, and among legislative, executive and judiciary, चलो judiciary ले लेते हैं, but judiciary एक ही है, ठीक है. There is horizontal distribution of power. Horizontal distribution of power. Got my point? वर्टिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर. तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगेंस्ट, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज गोइंग मोर एंड मोर अगेंस्ट द एब्सोल्यूटिज्म. पावर को ले लो, पावर को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करो. दैट इज वाई यू कैन सी नाउ वी हैव स्टार्टेड टू टॉक अबाउट इंडियन जुडिशरी सर्विस. अगर ये आएगा सो इट विल बी द पावरफुल पोजीशन. जिस तरह से आज IAS के लिए लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं मुझे IAS बनना है, नहीं हाउ आई हैव टू बिकम IAS. सो ये होगा फर्स्ट डिमांड, इंडियन जुडिशरी सर्विस. ओके, सो इसकी भी डिमांड उठने लगी कि एक इंडियन जुडिशरी सर्विस होना चाहिए. ओके, बिकॉज यूजिंग व्हाट, यूजिंग द आर्टिकल 50. ओके, so what we can say that, what did I say कि यहाँ पे मतलब अलग अलग पावर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. so we can say if there is division of power, it means if Modi ji can do something, Modi ji can do something Mamta ji cannot do. In some cases, what Mamta ji can do, Modi ji cannot do. Modi ji can't do. जो ममता जी कर सकती है वो मोदी जी नहीं कर सकते, और जो मोदी जी कर सकती हैं वो ममता जी नहीं कर सकते. ओके, फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज कमिंग? इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. इस तरह का हमारा है सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर. ओके, this what we have seen. Okay, and this vertical distribution of power is giving rise to federalism. Okay, चलो. so next class में हम पढ़ेंगे मेजॉरिटी, और मैं एक छोटा सा वीडियो भी डालूंगा जहाँ पे मैं आपके प्रॉब्लम्स जो मैंने क्वेश्चंस दिए लाइक पॉलिटी, पॉलिटिक्स, गवर्नमेंट, ये सब क्या है और क्या क्या रोल प्ले करता है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या है, व्हाट इज द नीड, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ये सारा चीज़ मैं अपलोड करूँगा. ओके, चलो. सो लेट्स हैव अ लुक व्हाट वी स्टडीड टुडे. ओके, सो नथिंग मोर. ओके, हम लोगों ने देखा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन किस तरह का पावर देता है. सो इट गिव्स द डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लिमिटेड गवर्नमेंट. ओके, उसके बाद मैंने कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिया लाइक व्हाट इज पॉलिटी, पॉलिटिक्स. ओके, इसके बारे में थ्योरी ऑफ सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर बताया. ओके, एंड हाउ लेजिस्लेटिव इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एग्जीक्यूटिव, व्हाट लेजिस्लेटिव कैन डू, व्हाट एग्जीक्यूटिव कैन डू. ओके, व्हाट इज रिप्रेजेंटेशन. फिर हमने थोड़ा सा, और मैंने उसके साथ कुछ जो है कि क्वेश्चंस दिया. ओके, फिर आर्टिकल 50 के बारे में बताया, DM एग्जीक्यूटिव के बारे में बताया. ठीक है, एंड दिस व्हाट एंड वी हैव सीन. चलो, सो नेक्स्ट क्लास I will upload a small video of what is politics. Okay, so this is how we are going to end this class. Okay, so always remember, always, whatever I am teaching, it is sufficient for UPSC. You need not to go anywhere. Even if you are not reading NCERT, then also fine. I am here. If you are not joining any coaching institute, no worries. I am here. We will achieve UPSC. Your target should be, your target should be UPSC 2024. And how? Without paying any fee to these coaching institute. I am guaranteeing you, आपका बेसिक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. ओके, यू जस्ट बी विद. दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू एंड टुडेज सेशन. चलो, बाय बाय, मिलते हैं.